When you were talking just now about the voting and a symbolic vote, I remember now what I was going to talk to you about, and that is, do you think that there is voting that goes on? Let me just give an example. You have a discussion about something that you're going to vote on.
Okay.
We'll just say city council or board of supervisors. Okay, and you're all unanimously going to vote in one direction, but at the last minute, someone votes contrary to that. So 4 or 5 vote in the direction that they thought they were going to go, and 1 votes no. So even though the item up for voting gets passed, it's on record that that one person voted against it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that politicians do that on purpose so that it's in the record that they voted yes or they voted no on a particular item?
If they're smart, they'll do it to try to manipulate the system. But that takes somebody who is really dedicated to being a lifelong, career politician, and those people do exist. And I think that if they're looking for higher office, you will see past track records of people doing like that. But at the same time, good luck proving it. But I would also say that that can be a problematic thing to say as well, because you have other people who may truly and genuinely vote no on an issue or yes on an issue, even though it is not the popular idea, because that's what their constituent base wants. So we have to be careful not to say, oh, well, every one of those people who who voting, the one man out kind of thing, they're just doing it for political gain. Well, we have to be careful on that, because quite frankly, there are a lot of very honest people who have gotten into local politics, maybe the city level or some of the state level politics, who are very much, kind of against the, against the grain, voting kind of off on their own, because that's what their constituents wanted. And sometimes you have to look at, were they reelected? Because if they were like that and they were reelected, chances are it's because their constituent base wanted that. And they may not be winning the overall vote, on certain policies, procedures, or acts. Ultimately comes down to, it's the principle of the situation. And to give up your vote or simply vote yes or no because everyone else is doing it, then why did we elect you? That's how I look at it. And especially if you're doing it because you're getting money off of it, or being paid under the table, that's a whole nother issue. So, but I think all government has that kind of issue.
Speaking of a whole nother issue, we want to have you back. Okay. I say we, myself and Channel 23. We want to have you come back before the runoff.
Yes.
With Brad Hahn and Garrett Marsh for the Modesto mayor's race. And that's taking place the second week in February. So I want to have you back before then.
Perfect.
But also, when you come back, I want to talk about Ron Paul some more, because he was the person who you mentioned twice tonight. So either you're in his court or you're not. And next time, it kind of sounds like you're not, but next time you come back, I really want to hear. He was just a
good example.
Good example. Well, we'll talk more about Ron Paul when you come back.
Absolutely.
And we can find you on Facebook.
Absolutely.
And do you have a website as well?
Right now, I have my Facebook. I used to have my campaign site set up when I was running for city council. Yeah, that's actually going to be coming down. It's Dyrssen for District 6.
Okay.
Is the website. DyrssenForDistrict6.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Douglas Dyrssen. Last name is spelled Dyrssen. If you'd like to find me on there, my phone number's on there. People have any questions, they can look me up on Facebook, ask me some questions. Sometimes it's hard to get all the information out there in the short time that we have on the show.
I know.
But but again, none of these concepts, either whether it be communication, marketing, the voting issue, the some of the obvious kind of corruption, that's in some governments. It's a very complex issue. And we'll never be able to discuss it, I think, enough to be able to go over every one of the the small little details of it.
Well, don't take down your website, because Dyrssen for District 6, because we have another election in 3.5 years.
That's true.
So you never know.
That's very true.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.